Hello and welcome to this explainer. Okay, let's dive into this, because today we are looking at one of the most absolutely fascinating and, honestly, most consequential discoveries in modern science. For all of human history, growing old has just been accepted as an escapable fact of life. It's just what happens, right? But what if it isn't? What if aging isn't just some random wear and tear on our bodies, but a programmed biological event? An event controlled by a specific physical switch right there in your brain. Today we are exploring the groundbreaking, truly wild research surrounding a biological aging kill switch, and we'll be unpacking exactly what this means for the future of our entire species. And exploring this forces us to ask a pretty massive question up front. Is aging an inevitable natural law, or is it actually a disease, one that can be treated, managed, and potentially even cured? It's a massive paradigm shift. Most of us just assume that as we get older, our bodies are naturally going to break down, kind of like an old car, slowly rusting over time in the driveway. But the science we are about to look at forces us to confront a biological mystery that really challenges everything we thought we knew about human senescence.
So, here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the biological hard cap. Second, finding the kill switch. Third, the demographic conundrum. And finally, we'll zoom way out to discuss the meaning of mortality.
Let's start with Section 1, the biological hard cap.
For thousands of years, the absolute maximum human lifespan has remained stubbornly fixed right between 100 and 120 years. Just think about that for a second. We have seen massive, world-changing leaps in healthcare, widespread education, and revolutionary sanitation reforms that have successfully skyrocketed our average life expectancy. More people are surviving childhood, we're curing infections left and right, but despite all of that incredible medical and technological progress, that biological hard cap has not budged. The underlying process of getting older has remained a totally inevitable biological future of every single human being.
So, how are we currently fighting this? Well, the modern pursuit to extend life heavily relies on a few key areas, mainly regenerative medicine, stem cell research, and telomere manipulation. Telomeres are basically these little protective caps at the ends of our DNA chromosomes. Think of them exactly like the little plastic tips at the ends of your shoelaces that stop them from fraying. They play a vital role in our cellular health, and they are a massive focus for researchers trying to halt aging. But what if the big secret to aging isn't just floating around in our cells? What if it's actually hiding in our brain?
Which brings us to Section 2, Finding the Kill Switch.
Enter the hypothalamus. It's this tiny, little almond-shaped region sitting deep inside the brain. Now, traditionally, medical science always understood the hypothalamus as the command center for regulating things like reproduction, growth, and metabolism. But a completely groundbreaking 2013 study by a researcher named Dongsheng Zheng revealed something absolutely astonishing. The hypothalamus is now being viewed as the master kill switch for systemic aging. The study showed that the core of the aging process isn't just gradual wear and tear like we thought. Instead, the hypothalamus actively directs our physical decline using a highly coordinated cascade of chemical messengers. It's literally telling our bodies to age.
And what's really fascinating here is the specific molecular pathway involved. It's called NF-κB, and it works alongside the IKKB signaling system. Essentially, NF-κB is a protein complex that controls the transcription of your DNA, and it manages the body's inflammatory responses. When researchers looked closer, they found that when these specific pathways are overactivated, they trigger a massive systemic decline. We are talking about everything from bone density loss, muscle weakness, right down to cognitive decline. The crazy part, by manipulating these exact pathways in animal models, scientists were actually able to slow the biological clock. And here is exactly where our daily, regular lives intersect with this intense biology. You see, the hypothalamus is also the main command center for our body's stress response, working through something called the HPA axis. It goes like this. Step 1. Stress activates this system, which regulates a corticotropin-releasing factor. Step 2. That then triggers the massive production of cortisol, which is our primary stress hormone. Step 3, chronic ongoing activation of this entire system leads to accelerated cellular decline. Put simply, this means our daily environment and our psychological states might literally be turning this biological aging switch faster than nature ever intended. Our stress is literally aging us on a molecular level.
Now, it's absolutely crucial to point out that rewriting this biological program isn't just some vanity project for billionaires looking for immortality. Not at all. Much of this research is highly motivated by a desperate need to find cures for severe aging-related diseases like Alzheimer's and cancer, which are the leading causes of death globally. Just to put that into perspective, over 70% of all cancer deaths occur in developing countries. So, if we can successfully manipulate these aging pathways, it wouldn't just be about living longer, it would be a revolutionary tool for global health equity. We could alleviate human suffering on a truly massive scale.
Moving on to Section 3, the demographic conundrum.
Okay, so what happens if people literally stop dying of natural causes? Well, we run straight into what's known as the Malthusian objection. Critics argue that the Earth simply cannot support a population of billions upon billions of people who never age. In fact, bioethicist Daniel Callahan has suggested that radical life extension should actually be stigmatized. Why? Because it places a completely unfair financial and social burden on younger generations. The major concern here is that having an ever-expanding population of non-aging adults could realistically lead to a total collapse of global resources.
And honestly, we don't even have to guess what this kind of demographic strain looks like. 0.72. That is South Korea's current world record low fertility rate. Just 0.72 children per woman. They're giving us a very stark, real-world preview of this longevity conundrum, and that's happening even without biological immortality in the mix.
South Korea has actually officially become a super-aged society. They are currently facing a future where a rapidly shrinking young workforce is going to have to somehow support a massive, non-working elderly population. And why is this happening right now? Well, a massive surge in housing prices, combined with the astronomical cost of private education, have severely discouraged young adults from starting families. The economic pressure on the youth is already completely overwhelming.
So now take that situation and imagine multiplying the pressure exponentially. In a traditional workforce, a large youth population naturally supports a smaller group of retirees. But in a super-aged society filled with centuries-old citizens, that whole dynamic inverts. If manipulating the hypothalamus eventually allows humans to live to, say, 1,000 years old, we have to ask a seriously difficult question. Are our economic systems robust enough to handle the sheer weight of centuries-old individuals who maybe no longer contribute to the labor market? It completely changes the debate from one of scientific wonder to one of intense, practical societal management.
Finally, Section 4, the meaning of mortality.
When you look at this debate, on one side you have incredible, boundless optimism. Supporters of radical life extension like biomedical gerontologist Aubrey de Grey, they don't view aging as some beautiful, natural cycle. They see it as a literal scourge that kills millions of people. From this highly individualistic viewpoint, treating extreme longevity is a moral obligation. Philosophers like Thomas Nagel support this side too, arguing that a significantly longer life is just inherently desirable, because it allows for immense individual development, total personal freedom, and the ability to pursue incredibly long-term goals.
However, actually, scratch that. We need to be really careful here not to fall into the bifurcation fallacy. This is that trap of black and white thinking, forcing this false choice where you feel like you must either wholly support biological immortality or completely oppose all life extension research. In reality, it is totally valid to aggressively support the medical treatment of aging-related diseases, like wanting to cure Alzheimer's by modulating the hypothalamus, while remaining entirely neutral or even negative about the pursuit of a 500-year human lifespan. You absolutely do not have to choose one extreme over the other.
Because honestly, living forever might not be all it's cracked up to be. Thinkers like Leon Koss offer a really stark contrast to Aubrey de Grey. Koss argues that the very awareness of our mortality is exactly what gives life its beauty. Think about it. If you know you have limited time, your choices actually matter. Without that limit, philosopher Bernard Williams warns of what he calls the tedium of immortality, a state where life just loses its luster, its urgency, its finitude. A life stretched out over 500 years isn't just a longer, normal life. It's a fundamentally, completely different human experience.
Furthermore, philosopher Peter Singer introduces a critical, deeply ethical dilemma into the mix. We have to consider the interests of future generations. If we rewrite our own biological programming just to stay around for centuries, will our desire for longevity compromise the welfare, the resources, and the very living space of those who are yet to be born? Making the choice to interfere with the hypothalamus isn't just a basic medical decision anymore. It's a profound decision to interfere with the very definition of what it means to be human, altering human evolution, fertility, and cultural values forever.
Which really leaves us with this final, incredibly profound question to chew on. Does death give life its meaning? As we continue to uncover the exact mechanisms of our own physical decline, we aren't just finding biological switches in the brain. We are building a vast library of choices that will ultimately determine the future of our entire species. Whether we ultimately choose to pursue living to 1,000 or decide to uphold the natural historical cycle of birth and death, the data remains glaringly clear. The biological kill switch has been found, and the power to flip it is increasingly right in our hands. What we do with that power? Well, that is undoubtedly the greatest question of our time.